Hi, welcome back, my dear students. I hope you guys are having a great day today. All right, so on this lecture, what we're going to be learning about is something that I kind of talked to you a little bit about before, and was the that every file that we create in Node.js is its own module, right? Remember that? And that we need to kind of export things out and import them for us to use it in other modules. So that's what we're going to be learning about today, how to export modules, custom modules, because we have been importing modules from the built-in library in Node to use in our applications. But what about custom modules that we create, like this one? Let's say this was a module, its own module, and we want to use it in another file. All right. So that's what we're going to be learning about in this lecture. So let's go ahead and create another folder here. I'm going to call this modules. And inside here, I'm going to create another file. I'm going to call this send email. I'm just going to call this send email.js. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the code here, and I'm just not going to grab, this is going to be a very small example. Okay. And you're going to see this a lot in other applications and in Node. I just want to show you an example how this is done. So I'm going to cut that out from the events. As a matter of fact, let's create a new file. It's gonna be email event.js. Okay, just like that. And I'm gonna grab some of this here, some of this code that I got here, and I'm gonna paste it right here. Okay, now this is gonna be called email event, and it's gonna be email event right here. I'm just gonna change the text a little bit just to make it more semantic to the lecture. So send email to user after registration. Okay, send activation email. All right, and let's just do email here. Okay, so now we have our module. We have, remember that everything is a module. Let's just come back here and let's take this part as well from here. And let's say the module is here. Okay, and right now what I'm doing is I'm pulling out some the event emitter there, and I'm just creating a new instance here. But let's say, for example, I had a whole bunch of code here, and I want to export this module. Right now I just want to export this instance so that I can use it somewhere else. All right, and this would be the emitter, and I want to use it here in this application that I'm creating. Okay, so for example, if I want to export out data that I want to use, remember that everything is its own module in Node. I need to add it to the module dot exports. Okay, and you can see we have a whole bunch of other stuff that we can use with module. I'm going to save the emitter there. Okay, and you can use that notation when accessing this export stuff. Um, exports object, and anything that you're using objects for, you can use it with this. So in here, all we have to do is just come and say something like const emitter, and let's just require it. And now, you know, we have been loading built-in modules, so we didn't have to put the path, but when we are doing custom modules, we need to put the path. And I'm just gonna put dot and dot just to signify that it is in this same level that I want to find this folder. Okay, modules, and the file is called send email. Okay, we don't have to put the .js. And now if I come and execute that email event, enter, you can see that we still get the same functionality. Send activation email to user after registration. Okay. Now, if I didn't have this here, we'll try to do that, and then we get an error. Okay. So as you can see, this is how easy it is. So this is a module in a modules folder, and this is a very, very simplistic example, but it shows you the core fundamental here, which is exporting data and then importing it here with the require function. Okay, simple as that. And you're gonna see more examples of that. Okay, either in later information on this course or other applications out there. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next lecture, guys. Keep it up. Don't fall asleep. Put your little classical music there or whatever music and start coding, okay? I want you to write stuff down, because if you don't write it down, it's going to take a little bit more time to stick in your brain. Thank you, and see you in the next lecture.